Jim Caldwell deserves to be fired. And in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly why. Jim Caldwell is the definition of an incompetent coach. He's made countless mistakes in countless games over the years, but there are three that really stand out to me. The game I want to start with is the game against the Seahawks last year, where the batted ball / bat out of hell play occurred. Now, I'm sure most of you already know what I'm talking about, but if you don't know what I'm referring to, just fill you guys in. It was late in the fourth quarter in Seattle, and it appeared as if Stafford was leading his team down the field for the go-ahead score. Stafford had put together a marvelous drive, and it seemed as if he was going to finish it off by hooking up with Calvin Johnson, who seemed to be fighting his way into the end zone to get that go-ahead touchdown, when out of nowhere, Cam Chancellor, one of the best safeties in the league, just knocks the ball right out of Calvin's hands. Now, up until this point, just a great play by Cam Chancellor. I mean, it sucks if you're a Lions fan, but, I mean, kind of is what it is. I mean, Calvin's got to hold on to the ball, you know? But what happened after that was not just a great play. Seahawks linebacker KJ Wright was the closest player to the ball after the ball got knocked loose. Did he try to recover it for the Seahawks? No. He simply bats it out of bounds, which should have resulted in a flag that would have given the Lions possession of the ball and, you know, obviously another opportunity to try to score the go-ahead touchdown. Now, did the ref throw the flag? No. But did the head coach, Jim Caldwell, who should know all the rules, interfere? No. He just let it go on, and honestly, I think he just doesn't know the rules. I mean, you could say, well, maybe he just didn't want to speak up, which obviously that's a problem if you're an NFL head coach and you're afraid to speak up. And with Caldwell, I'm going to assume that's not the case. So that just kind of tells me that he doesn't know the rules. I mean, like, how are you going to try to say that you're qualified to be an NFL head coach if you don't even know all the rules? Now, granted, it's a very obscure rule. I mean, like, did I know it? I mean, I consider myself to be one of the most knowledgeable football people there is. I mean, I honestly, before that, I didn't know the rule. But then again, I don't make millions of dollars a year to be an NFL head coach. So now some may be thinking, what? Just like every time something goes against the Lions, Caldwell's supposed to make a big stink about it? No, of course not. I mean, like, for example, like a pass interference flag. I mean, at the end of the Seahawks-Falcons game this year, a lot of people, including myself, thought that a flag should have been thrown on Richard Sherman for pass interference on Julio Jones, but it wasn't. And I mean, even though, like I said, I think most people, including myself, thought it was pretty obvious, pass interference, I mean, that's the kind of thing where it's like it kind of is what it is. I mean, it's a very subjective call in nature. But something as blatant as batting the ball out of bounds, I mean, something that cut and dry, like Caldwell should just pull the ref aside and say, hey, this is what happened. We're not going to take this. Do something about it. But the fact that he didn't do that kind of makes me think that maybe he just doesn't know the rules. The game I want to talk about next is the playoff game in Dallas in early January 2015. Now, the play that I'm obviously going to be talking about in this game is the picked up pass interference flag. Now, I know I just got through with saying that pass interference is just a subjective call in nature, and it just kind of is what it is. But this one was different. So, for those of you who do not know, Stafford trying to connect with his tight end, Brandon Pettigrew. I mean, why would you be throwing to Pettigrew anyways? I mean, I don't know, but he was, you know, he's a eligible receiver on the field. So Stafford trying to hit him with the rock. Anyways, so like I said, for those of you who don't know what happened, Anthony Hitchens, a linebacker for the Cowboys, committed a blatant pass interference penalty on Pettigrew. Now, initially, a flag was thrown, and the ball was spotted in accordance with yardage that should have been marked out for the penalty. And, you know, which obviously would have given the Lions the first down. So, you know, you would think, okay, cool. Like, the Lions already had the lead and they're going to keep driving to win this game. But did they? No, because the ref, without any explanation whatsoever, picked up the flag and said fourth down. Now, if this happened to the Patriots, do you think Bill Belichick would have let the game continue? Of course not. He would have been out in the middle of the field until the call was corrected. Did Jim Caldwell do that? No. He just stood on the sideline like, oh, happens. Now, the game I want to talk about last is yesterday's game against the Texans. Now, to a lot of people, the biggest mistake he made in that game was the whole onside kick, which, I mean, I agree. The onside kick happened way too early. We still had all three timeouts and close to 3 minutes left in the game, and this guy's trying to onside kick it. I remember, like, literally right before Sam Martin went to do the onside kick, thinking, watch this idiot try to do the onside kick, and then what do you know? He's going for the onside kick, which failed. And then, of course, you know, the Texans went down the field, got the field goal, went up by 10, and put the game out of reach. So, of course, I would say that that is a terrible call and a terrible decision that he made in that game. But the play that I'm really mad about is the lack of challenging with the DeAndre Hopkins fumble. Now, the ruling on the field was an incomplete pass, but upon further review, or just after I watched the play again, it's pretty obvious that DeAndre Hopkins caught the ball, took 3 steps, had the ball knocked out, and then obviously recovered by the Lions. Now, like I said, on the field it was ruled an incomplete pass, but that's kind of what the challenge flag is for. When the refs get the call wrong, you have this thing that's it's like a red flag. It's not a yellow flag like what the refs have. You're not a referee now, Caldwell, but there's like this red challenge flag that, you know, Caldwell could have thrown and possibly had the call overturned and possibly gotten the ball back to his offense instead of letting the Texans keep it and march down the field and get a field goal, which ultimately kind of put the game out of reach. But did Caldwell throw the flag? No. He's standing at the sidelines looking like he just spent the afternoon doing bath salts. Like he just looks clueless. He just like, should have thrown it. So as I said, the mistakes that Caldwell's made over the years are countless, but those are the 3 games that just really made me angry, just really made me upset. I mean, I know it's sports, it's supposed to be for fun, but when a guy's just that inept at his job and just makes decisions that are that poor, I mean, you can't help but get a little bit angry. I mean, I think now we're at the point where basically everybody realizes how bad of a coach Caldwell is and understands that he needs to be fired. But I mean, if you're one of those people that still supported him and kept seeing online like Caldwell needs to be fired and didn't understand why, well, this video is why. This is why Caldwell needs to go. He is a completely inept, clueless, just unqualified coach. Just this guy has no business being in the league at all and should be fired. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, drop a like, subscribe. I plan on making a lot more videos like this and just all around great sports content. So once again, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and as always, have a magical day.